My name is Massad Ayoob, and I'm here today to talk to you about something that might save your life, as it has already saved mine. I've spent 19 years as chair of the Firearms Deadly Force Training Committee for American Society of Law Enforcement Trainers, and a like period on the advisory board of International Law Enforcement Educators and Trainers Association. That has allowed me to debrief a great many officers who have been involved in what we euphemistically call critical incidents. And it's given me a lot of feedback on how the various protective equipment approaches have worked. We're here in the WarBird studios today to share a relatively new product, actually the latest generation of something that goes back to 1969. Everybody thinks the genius who invented soft body armor and bulletproofed America's police, as it were, must have been some super cop. In fact, it was an armed citizen named Richard Davis. In 1969, Richard shot it out with 3 armed robbers. He was armed only with a 6-shot .22 revolver, and he prevailed. But he got shot twice himself with return fire from the bad guys, and it occurred to him that it had to be something better to stop bullets with than your own body. Richard created the first of the soft body armor using early ballistic nylon, and quickly transitioned into Kevlar, and its European analog, subsequently Tweron. Richard's vest was called the second chance because oftentimes your first warning that you're under attack is when the bullet hits you, and his vest gave a whole lot of us a second chance. By the time Richard retired in the early 2000s, he had over 1,000 documented saves. I was one of them. In November of 1996, I was involved in a car crash at 45 miles an hour, where basically the doctors said I would have died from flail chest, steering wheels being harder than sternums, had I not been wearing the Second Chance Super Featherlight. The airbag did not deploy, the body armor did. Now, after Richard retired, his son, the second generation, Matt Davis, who had literally grown up in the business, created the second generation of Davis family body armor, Armor Express. That, in turn, over the years, would save hundreds of lives. The most famous that comes to mind is Officer Brian Murphy, who took 15 9mm bullets during the Sikh Temple massacre and survived thanks to the Davis family's product. You understand why I consider the Davises the first family of body armor? Now comes basically from the second generation, Matt Davis, the third generation of Davis brand body armor, WarBird. What I like about WarBird is, first, if you go back to the history of this, remember Richard Davis patented soft body armor, and whoever else takes credit, he was the man who actually created it. There's more than half a century in that family of knowledge, not only of how to build the best body armor, but how to make it more wearable. And that was the secret of all the second chance saves and all the Armor Express saves. A whole lot of people who bought heavier, bulkier, hotter armor found that it was in the trunk of the patrol car or in the back seat when they got shot in the stomach with a pistol bullet. They knew how to make it comfortable enough to wear and concealable enough that not only would the bad guy not see the body armor and shoot for the head, but the wearer would not be embarrassed by turtle jokes with obvious armor. The result with this stuff, these basically are starting now at about $550 and moving upward depending how much coverage you want. And it's essentially the price of the next pistol you were thinking of buying, but it's something that will defeat the bad guy's pistol. The bottom line is we've got thousands of people out there who are alive from wearing this stuff. My incident in 1996, I was second chance save number 682, Kevlar Survivors Club member number 1,946. There have been a great many more since. If you want to join the family of the armored elite, as it were, I strongly suggest the WarBird brand. The materials are top-notch, the manufacturer's top-notch, and above all, the institutional history that goes into it and the knowledge of body armor that you can actually wear is second to none. And by the way, let me tell you, I'm not a salesman for the company. Salesmen get commissions. I got all the compensation I needed from the Davis family on a cold November day in 1996. And needless to say, I was a satisfied customer then, and I'm to this day a satisfied customer, and I wear WarBird.